Do you just sometimes want to scream like that? Because I do. Some days are just frustration, and then in the next instance, it's joy. Do you ever feel like that? Sometimes you just don't know what emotion you're going to experience, whether it's going to be way up here high or way down here low. But it's okay. There are going to be days like that. There are going to be moments where you don't know how to react to your emotions and the things to do. But we're going to talk about it and give you some pointers that'll help you get through when you have those days like that. Let's talk. Welcome to Colbert King Conversations, where real stories spark real change. I'm Melody Colbert King, and each week we'll have a conversation about the moments that shape us. We'll discuss leadership, community, and the courage it takes to advocate not only for yourself, but for others. These are conversations meant to inspire action, ignite hope, and remind us of the power of our voices. Colbert King Conversations is intimate, empowering, and made for everyday people navigating real life. Click subscribe, join the conversation, and let's step into your boldest, most authentic self. Colbert King Conversations. Let's talk. Welcome back to Colbert King Conversations, and we're talking today about roller coaster of emotions, the things we go through on a daily basis and sometimes don't know how to act. It's like you feel super high one day and then the next day you're like, But here's the kicker. It's always in the same day. Do you ever have that when it's in the same hour? If not, keep living because it's going to happen to you. We ride a roller coaster because we don't know how to cope with our emotions. Our coping mechanisms sometimes are off. Sometimes we just don't have the right tools to be able to know what to do. And sometimes we just want to sit in a funk all day and figure out what is really happening in our lives. I had a day where some conversation came to me. And let me tell you, when you get somebody that gives you some conversation that is pretty much cutting or pretty much makes you go within yourself because you don't know what it is that's going on, you're trying to defend yourself when you should be taking accountability. Been there, done that. And it's not a good feeling, but it's something that we have to learn how to cope with. It's something that we have to know that this is not weakness. It's really just being human. We're not going to always have perfect days. We're not going to always be chipper and top of the morning to everybody. We're not going to always do that. But it's okay to have those moments where you realize I'm not having such a great day or this moment's not the greatest. But the trick is not to stay in it, not to dwell on it. We have to set expectations for the realities that we have. It's not an either or, it's not expectations versus reality. We have to set those expectations to produce that reality. Because the reality of that is those expectations are going to shape our emotions. Those expectations are going to tell us how we're feeling, how we're going to react. What are the things that we need to be doing to get through? Here's a good example for you. You're going expecting peace, but instead, conflict ensues. How in the world do you figure that out? How do you navigate through that? Because all that's going to leave you is frustrated. You're going to be on edge. You're going to be in a corner sulking. You're going to get mad. You're going to be like, what just happened? I'm coming in here expecting things to be like, yes, kumbaya. And instead, you getting, who am I going to have to jump today? What's going on here? Why are you attacking me? Because now I'm going to have to be defensive and I feel like I need to attack you back. But is that what we should be doing? Or is that a reflection of something going on inside of us that we have to deal with? Do our expectations set us up for disappointment? Do our expectations set us up for disappointments? Or are they guiding you? Hey everybody, welcome to Mel's Minute. The next time that you feel down and feel like things aren't going how you think they should, don't close up and shut down. Look and see who the Lord may have to refresh your soul so you can keep going. So do our expectations set us up for disappointment? Or do you use them as a guiding compass or something that will help direct you towards positivity or towards hope? The power comes in your reaction. And here's the good thing about that. You get to choose how you react. It's all about choice. If you choose to go off the cliff with the people or with the situation, then that's what you're going to get. You're going to continually be in that mood. You're not going to rise up higher and try to see what's going on with the root of the problem. And you're just going to continue reacting to symptoms. Or you can choose to figure out what is the cause of it. And when I say what the cause is, we have got to learn to go inside ourselves, inside here, to figure out what is causing us to react in this manner. Why are we being defensive? Why are we being combative? Why are we taking offense with something that it says? Do you believe it? Is this your reality? Because if it is, then yes, you are going to put up these blocks. You are going to do the things that are going to bring you into that state of being. Emotions are going to happen naturally. That's just a given. But the reaction is going to be where your strength is at. And if you are reacting in a negative manner, what strength is in that? That's just we're doing this all day. But if you react in a positive manner, if you react in something that says, let me reflect on this and see if there's a little bit of truth. Because let me tell y'all, I had to learn this the hard way. Sometimes there is some truth in what people are saying or doing or showing you or criticizing or whatever it may be. There's always a little hint of truth. And it's up to us to discover what that is. Now, will it be painful sometimes? Absolutely. Will it be funny sometimes? It sure could be. But it gives us a compass to know that we have got to go within to find out why we're doing without, or to find out what it is that's causing us to feel that way. There's no magic formula that's going to show you, I need to combat this, or I need to clap back at somebody, or I need to do a get back. There's no magic formula for that because those are just emotions. But we have to know how to respond. And I say respond because there's a difference between responding and reacting. Reacting is going to be emotional trigger. You're just going to react. You're going to do the things because that's just what's in you to do. But when you respond, you're taking the time, you're slowing down, you're absorbing what's been said, and you're formulating a response to it. It's not going to come off as just a knee-jerk reaction. It's going to come off something that you've thought about and that you've internalized, and then you said, okay, this is what I've come up with as a response to your whatever it is. So remember, your power lies in your choice in how you react or respond. When you look inside, you're looking for truth. You're looking for accountability. You're looking for, what part am I playing in this? And you have to ask yourself, why is this triggering me so bad? What is it about what someone has said or what they have done that's causing the reaction that you want to give? It doesn't mean, and when you take accountability, please understand that that doesn't mean that you're taking blame or that you're to blame. It just means you're being honest. You are being honest with yourself, first of all, because if you're not honest with yourself, we're not going to be able to be honest with anybody else. So you're taking that honesty and you're going and saying, am I upset because of them? Or is this because of something of how I felt? Or is it something because I don't feel that they're hearing what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm hearing what they're saying wrong. You have to decipher and take that time to figure out what it is you're hearing. Is it because of you? Is it because of them? Is it because of you just want them to hear you a little better? Or feel seen or notice you or whatever it may be? Take that time so you can figure out what it is, and then you can formulate your response. And I say that with encouragement because a lot of times we feel attacked when somebody is hitting a sore spot. And I say that because I've been there, people. I have been there. Whether it's been my kids that's come at me with a truth that I wasn't ready to accept, or something that they've said that, Mom, we experienced this, or we felt this way, or we don't feel you're doing. And the first thing is defense. The first thing is defense. But when I take the time to absorb that and say, okay, we were raised two different ways. We're not going to see eye to eye all the time. And things are not going to always be the way I want them to be. And they're not going to be the way you may want somebody to be. But are you looking into that accountability? Because if you are, that's where your growth is going to start. That is where you're going to be able to grow and realize that emotions are not going to rule everything you do. Instead, you're going to look at it with an accountability lens. You're going to look at it with a reality lens, and you're going to see what it is internally that you need to modify or change to be able to be, I won't say happy and joyous all the time, but you'll be able to be peaceful. And peace is worth all the things in the world. Whenever we can have peace in our life, joy and everything else is going to follow. Life is going to always be complex for us. There's not going to ever be a day where we're not going to have highs and have some lows. It's not made to be easy. Jesus didn't have it easy, so what makes us think we're going to have it easy, right? But we have to remember that joy and the pain, okay, sunshine and rain, y'all know the song, but I'm talking about joy and hardship. They can't exist at the same time. We just have to know that it's going to take a balance, and it's going to take personal, what is that called? Personal, when you go inside yourself, what is that called? Personal transformation, personal insight. Y'all drop in the comments the word I'm looking for, because personal reflection, that's it. Personal reflection, and see how it's going to help you with making it happen for yourself. So this has been a up and down one for me, and I've probably been here, there, and over the place with it, but I hope that it helps you feel encouraged, and that whatever life brings to you, that you have the power. And that's the key thing to remember. You have the power to either sit with your feelings and let your emotions do the acting for you, or you can respond and figure out what your next step is going to be. So whatever your today feels like, just remember, you still have the power to pause and reflect and then choose what your next step is going to be. So tell me in the comments, what's one way that you pause and reflect whenever life feels really heavy for you? Drop that in the comments. Let's talk.